Basil and Janet live in semi-retirement in Margate, Tasmania. Since their UK trip in 1996, they have used the name Smith's Puppets. While in England, Basil also became known by the puppeteering fraternity as the Professor, an honorary title from a non-existent college, but a respected one nevertheless.
Punch and Judy took over my life about 60 years ago when I was 11 years old, and it's been with me ever since. Although I haven't been a professional puppeteer all that time, I've certainly seen Punch and Judy as part of my life. And it really has taken over as part of the alter ego that I've so much deny. Punch, of course, is a villainous sort of character who gets rid of everybody. And to alter the traditional Punch and Judy show would be like to alter the George and the Dragon show or the Cinderella stories. He's part of the English history. In 1662, Samuel Pepys saw the first Punch show in Covent Garden in London, and we've Anglicised him to what he is today. We have the main characters, of course, Punch and his wife Judy, who unfortunately is dispatched in the very first scene in the movie or in the show or in the puppet theatre, wherever it is.
Are we ready, Mr. Punch? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Mr. Punch, that was lovely. Just like having a tooth out.
We have the devil who comes down and haunts Punch for what his evil deeds were.
I'm taking you down below where you belong. You're taking me down below where I belong. Where I belong, you'll be very long. Now come along.
We have the ghost of Judy, who appears later on in the scene, and of course the crocodile.
Where's a crocodile? Whereabouts? I can't see a crocodile anywhere.
The crocodile is perhaps the most popular of all the characters, and he was the dragon in the George and the Dragon history of Mr. Punch. Some Punch and Judy man who was not a very good carver made a dragon that looked more like a crocodile, and so the crocodile was born. We don't know when, we don't know why. The written history of Punch is full, but it's mainly academic. Joey the Clown is the only character who doesn't get rid of. He's kept right throughout the show. And of course we have the baby who Punch pushes through the window.
Where's my baby gone, boys and girls? Mr. Punch threw out of the window!
Including in the Punch and Judy show is the policeman who used to be the beadle of the parish. I am the beadle of the porridge. No, the beadle and the parish. And so the banter goes on and on and on.
I haven't. Oh, no, I haven't. Mr. Punch, I'm taking you down to the station. He's taking me to the railway station. I'm going to see the trains.
No, not the railway station.
Not the railway station. I'm taking you down to the police station.
The Punch and Judy show, as I say, has got a very rich social history, and a lot of people have tried to get rid of it. But if you think about it a little bit longer, we're talking about a time before television, before radio, before newspapers were available to the general public, and so people needed something to see. And so the hangings that took part in London were shown all around England in a Punch and Judy show, so that people knew the villain was going to be got rid of. So the Punch and Judy show has a traditional theatre like this one, which is called a booth. Traditional colours, red and yellow. And of course the bell which the Punch and Judy man uses to summon his crowd. So they are glove puppets performed behind the screen. If we move along here, we can see some string puppets or marionettes. The word marionette is a French word which means Little Mary. We don't know exactly the origins of it, but this is a performing marionette which is used by a very dear friend of ours who's now in her 80s, and she made this puppet many years ago, and of course, as you can see, it's a load of bull. And he is a strong bull, able to do wonders with his... Oh dear. Hernia job. There we go. And so that is a marionette. And of course there are all kinds of marionettes. There's the cat, Amanda. and she can be performed with one hand. And most marionettes are performed over a screen so that you don't see the manipulators. But I prefer to perform in among the children so they can see that we're talking about a doll. We're not talking about a human being in miniature form. We have the beef eater, and back to glove puppets. One of the most popular puppets that we've got when we're performing with the children is old Moses. Now Moses is not a marionette, he's not really a glove puppet. He's a vent doll used by the ventriloquists. I've never known a chimpanzee to talk, so Moses doesn't talk. He just sucks his thumb and looks coy and scratches his head and eats fleas. Okay, one of the most popular puppets that we use when we're travelling around is Petalengro, and he of course is another marionette. I built this one many years ago, a gypsy fiddler, and he can perform to all kinds of gypsy music with dancers all around him. Janet and I make all our own puppets, the ones that we perform with, although we have a huge collection of puppets from all over the world. We've got shadow puppets, we've got glove puppets, we've got puppets that are made in Indonesia, the rod puppets, but these are our stock in trade, as it were, and they are made out of balsa wood, and we carve them quite simply by laminating pieces of balsa wood together so that you get the grain going the way you want it and you don't get noses and chins breaking off. And then we take a Barocco tube, which says something about our age, I'm advertising now, and we put them underneath to put our finger in. They then are taken and carved just simply with an ordinary standing knife, and we carve them quite simply, a little bit at a time, just sitting watching television and making jobs for the vacuum cleaner. The finished item can be whatever size or shape we want it to be. It's coloured and dressed and hatted, and there we have our glove puppet. Index finger in there, forefinger and thumb to work the hands. Quite a simple procedure. With a glove puppet you've got a direct effect on everything you do. Straight, bang, bang, bang. Whereas with a marionette you're talking about seconds of difference from you performing to them actually making movements. I much prefer the glove puppets. As Janet and I make the puppets in the workshop, we have lots of fun performing with them before we take them out on the road. Lots of rehearsals. This is one of our little sexy dancers, and she's extremely popular, particularly by dads. I don't know why. It could have something to do with the fact that she can shake, rattle and roll. Bila, the belly dancer. Simple movements, simple puppet, simple person. This visit to the spring fair here in Oatlands is my last show ever. I first did my Punch and Judy show when I was about 11 or 12, and now at the gentle age of 71, I think it's time to retire. Unfortunately, there's nobody else to take on the Punch and Judy. Not in its traditional form anyway. So maybe, who knows, here in Tasmania at least, Punch might finish with me.
Mr. Punch, you've been to sleep again. Oh, no, I haven't. Have I, boys and girls? Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, no, I haven't. Now, Mr. Punch, stop it. The boys and girls want to...